Now you can see anything?
Yes, sir. Your PPT is visible, sir.
So I'm able to show my PPT, but other files, if I am taking, I think it is not shared. I don't know what is the problem. Now you are able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Good afternoon, sir. Ganeshan, sir.
Yeah. Where PPT தெரியுது மேடம் ஆனா other files I want to share, that is not able to show. That is why I'm putting some important files in the PPT itself, sir. Because if they ask, I can show. I don't know, the issue is with my system or I don't know. But anyway.
Pave Sharmila madam has joined.
No, ma'am.
Not yet, ma'am.
You call her and ask, can we start?
Yes, ma'am.
Pave, you asked her.
Yes, ma'am. She'll be joining, ma'am.
So can we start now?
We'll wait for 2 more minutes, ma'am. Good afternoon, Sharmila ma'am.
Madam, good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon, madam.
Madam, good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Can we start now?
Yes, madam. Yes, madam.
Because he has to finish by 3 o'clock. Again, we have to start.
Yes, sir. Okay, madam.
Madam, I check up whether my screen is available there. Then we'll start. Are you able to see?
Sir, we'll do the welcome address and other things
Wait.
after we can share.
Wait, madam.
Pavai, you can start, Pavai.
Yes, ma'am.
Satisfaction lies in the effort, not in the attainment. Full effort is full victory. Mahatma Gandhi. With this note, a very good afternoon to one and all present here. We welcome you all for the 5th day, session 10 of 5-day International Online Faculty Development Program, jointly organized by Tamil Nadu Teachers Education University in association with Dr. MGR Educational and Research Institute, Faculty of Education and Academic Staff College. Every sunset is an opportunity to reset. Every sunrise begins with new eyes. Now I would like to invite Dr. C. Geeta, Assistant Professor, Faculty of Education, Dr. MGR Educational and Research Institute, to deliver the welcome address.
Thank you, ma'am. Anyone who stops learning is old, whether at 20 or 80. Anyone who keeps learning stays young. The greatest thing in life is to keep your mind young. Good afternoon to one and all present here for the 5th day, session 10 of 5-day International Online Faculty Development Program on outcome-based education. On behalf of Tamil Nadu Teacher Education University, in association with Dr. MGR Educational and Research Institute, Faculty of Education and Academic Staff College, we extend our warm welcome to one and all present here. With great pleasure, we would like to welcome our speaker, Professor Dr. M. Ganesan, Joint Registrar, Curriculum Development Cell and Outcome-Based Education, Dr. MGR Educational and Research Institute. Heartily welcome to you, sir. It's our duty to extend our congenial welcome to all the executives, heads, professors, team members, research scholars from various states and countries. We would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to our chief patrons, co-patrons, conveners, organizing secretaries, joint secretaries, technicians, teaching and non-teaching staff of Tamil Nadu Teacher Education University and Dr. MGR Education and Research Institute for their encouragement and the support provided to make this event possible. Once again, I extend warm welcome to all of you. May this event be a source of inspiration, knowledge, and meaningful connection to attain a bright future. Once again, a congenial welcome to one and all present here.
Thank you, ma'am, for your gracious welcome. A good speaker is always a good observer. Now I request Dr. P. Sendamil Pave, Assistant Professor, Faculty of Education, Dr. MGR Educational and Research Institute, to introduce our speaker.
Thank you, ma'am. It's my utmost pleasure to introduce the distinguished resource person, Dr. M. Ganeshan, Joint Registrar, Curriculum Development Cell and Outcome-Based Education, for the highly anticipated session of 5th day International Online Faculty Development Program. He possesses an illustrious academic background, having obtained both the master's and doctoral degree in mechanical engineering. With an impressive career spanning over 30 years in academic field and an additional 5 years of experience in the industrial sector, he brings a wealth of knowledge and expertise to our event. His primary area of focus in research involves around emission control in automobiles, a crucial and timely subject in today's world. His extensive contribution to the field are reflected in his remarkable publication record with 15 papers published in prestigious journals. To add a feather on his cap, he has 2 funded projects: feasibility study for design, manufacture and testing of indigenous CRDI fuel injection system of diesel engine for automated fighting vehicles for rupees 41 lakhs from DRDO during 2020 to 2021. And for developing a lab on augmented and virtual reality for rupees 12.4 lakhs under MOD ROBS scheme from AICTE during 21 to 22. It's a privilege to have such a knowledgeable person amidst us today. We are eagerly looking forward to the valuable insights on best practices in OBE. Hearty welcome to you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am, for your brief introduction. Now, I immensely happy to invite our speaker to take over the session. Now, the session is yours, sir. Please, sir.
Are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Are you able to see the presentation?
Yes, sir. It is visible, sir.
Is it available in the full screen?
No, sir.
Okay, how to make it full screen?
Sir, go to
Yeah.
slideshow, sir.
Yeah, slideshow. Slideshow is not shown in this.
So, on the top of the display, sir. Screen, sir.
Sir, at the top in the taskbar after home, insert design animation, slideshow is there, sir.
No, it's not shown in my system. Show small active speaker video. Only that grid video that is only shown. Full view I am not getting. More record this.
Sir, could you please share your PPT to us?
Yeah. Now how to mail?
Okay, sir.
By mail I'll send.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir, the PPT is visible to us, sir. Just proceed, sir.
But you are not getting full screen, no?
It's okay, sir. It's a clear view only, sir.
Wait. Because some tables will not be visible. I am sending to Geeta madam.
Okay, sir.
Or who is that is host?
Geeta ma'am, mail ID itself, ma'am.
Sir,
Okay.
principal mail ID you send it, sir.
Okay.
Principal-B.Ed.
Okay.
Sir, please send to principal mail ID, sir.
Okay. I have sent it to principal. Please check it.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Can you stop sharing? Can I stop sharing?
Yes, sir.
Can you start, madam?
Sir, you can start, sir.
Yeah.
Before 3:10, you finish it, sir.
Okay. Okay. So good afternoon to one and all. So I am very happy that Tamil Nadu Teachers Education University is organizing faculty development program in collaboration with Dr. MGR Educational Research Institute, Faculty of Education and Academic Staff College. So this is a very important topic in today's scenario, the outcome-based education. So last 4 days, you had a series of lectures by eminent speakers. So I was also having an opportunity to listen some of the lectures. And first I would like to congratulate the organizers for selecting nice speakers from throughout the country and also from abroad. And all the speakers were nicely presented the topic given to them. And so from the day one till today morning, most of the aspects of this outcome-based education have been nicely covered by various speakers. So today I have been given a topic of best practices in implementation of OBE. So I hope that all the participants in this FDP have already gone through the various concepts of outcome-based educations, and now it is the time we have to go for implementation of the OBE. So mostly it will be a recap of whatever we have seen in all the past 4 days. So I would like to go one by one so that we can see how to implement this OBE in all the institutions, maybe in the other universities also. So I would like to start my presentation. Next slide, madam. You can. Madam?
Yes, sir.
I go to the next slide. Yeah. So this is the general cycle of outcome-based education. So this also you would have seen. Just I would like to give a all-in-one. So it is a cycle. It's starting from one point and again coming back to the same point. It's a continuous process. OBE is a continuous process. So it's start from the outcomes. So you have to basically define the outcomes. So the outcome definition again, as from the flow chart, you can see it starts from mission, PEO, then PLO, CLO. So you have to define a set of outcomes, so which are expected at the end of the program from the graduates. So that is the first stage, is you have to define the various outcomes. So once you define the outcomes, so to achieve that outcomes, so you have to go for the curricular planning. So you have to do the curriculum. Then according to that, you have to go for the teaching and learning process. So under the teaching and learning process, you have the course and syllabus. So there only the curriculum development and syllabus framing is coming. Then you have to set a set of pedagogies for the course delivery. Then the learning process takes place, and the assessment process. So these are all coming under the teaching learning process till from starting from the curriculum development till the assessment. So once you assessment, then you can go for the attainment of the so you have to go for the course wise assessment and also program wise and university level. Then you can check whether these outcomes, whatever you have achieved, the attainment are up to the threshold value, or if it is below that. So all those things you can see. So that is coming in the next phase, that is in the act. So where you have the learning outcomes, learning activities, learning assessment. So all these things are analyzed, and again it is for a continuous improvement. So what is the course of plan you have to take accordingly, whether we have to go for revision of these outcomes, or whether you have to go for the revision of the curriculum or syllabus, or you have to change the teaching methodology or pedagogies. So all those things you have to take care in the that is corrective action stage. So that way it is a continuous cycle. This cycle completely explains the OBE process. Next slide, madam. Madam, next. Okay, so once I finish, I think you can immediately change because we are running short of time already. So this is I have given a OBE implementation process. So starting from the that is stakeholders, because basically we have to start from the stakeholders. The stakeholders may be from industries, or stakeholders may be alumni or the employers. So from various stakeholders, we have to take the input, and based on that input, what is required today in the industries, what is required in the educational institutions. So all those inputs we have to take, and that is the first input we are taking, based on which only you have to go for the next stage. That is number 2 is you have to establish the vision, mission statements, and again program educational objective. You may be familiar with all these terminologies by today. So again, there is a process for the statement of vision, mission, again PU, all those things that maybe we may see in the latest slides. So that is the second stage, is you have to establish the vision, mission, and again PEO. The next one, you have to go for the map the mission statements with the PEO. So mapping of PEO and mission. The next is you have to define the program outcome and program specific outcome. So in the level of Bloom's taxonomy. Then next stage is you have to once you define all these objectives and outcomes, you have to go for the curriculum development. So you have to go for the design of curriculum structure and syllabus. So the curriculum and syllabus should be designed in such a way that by imparting this syllabus or by imparting this curriculum to the students, the various outcomes which you have defined should be available for the students. So that way you have to, suppose you have given in the program outcome, students will be able to improve their communication skill. So whether you have given any provision for improving the communication skill in your curriculum, so that way whatever you have stated in your, maybe in your program outcome or program specific outcome, so you may be telling that these are all the expected outcomes at the end of the program. So how they will acquire these outcomes? Only by having those courses in the curriculum. And apart from, so yeah, all the courses you cannot have in the curriculum. Some may be out of curriculum, co-curricular activities. Through that also you can achieve some of the POs and PSOs like that. But anyhow, when you are framing the curriculum, you have to see that most of the POs and POs are achieved by undergoing this curriculum and the syllabus. So that is a very, very important stage in any institute or university. Maybe the affiliated colleges may not have the right to design the curriculum, but universities or deemed universities have got the right to design their own curriculum and syllabus. So that is a very, very important stage. The next is define the course objective for each course. So a particular syllabus or a particular program may have 20 to 30 courses throughout the 3-year program or a 2-year program. So for each course, you have to define the objective. Next slide, madam. The next is again, crossed one. Yeah, define course outcome. So course outcome and course objective, they are different. So always the objectives are teacher centric and outcomes are learner centric. So the total OB is going toward the learner centric only. So you have to go for the course wise outcome. So each course
you have to define the course or what the students will be able to learn at the end of that particular course. Course, I mean a subject. At the end of delivery of that course, what are the outcomes, learning outcomes? That is defined as COs. So again, you would have seen the 4 COs or 5 COs like that, depending on the requirement, you can define the COs. The next is you have to map the CO with PO and PSO. That is also a big matrix table which you would have seen. So each CO, CO1, CO2, CO3 like that, you have to map with the PO1, PO2 and PSO1, PSO2 like that. So PSO is nothing but program specific outcome. So there is a difference between PO and PSO. PO is the program outcome. Program outcome are generally generic outcomes, or you can call it as a graduate attribute. So any graduate at the completion of their degree, undergraduate degree. So what are all the generic outcomes graduate should have? So that is coming under the program outcome. Maybe a computer, communication skill or computer literacy, then leadership quality. So moral and ethical. So like that, there are various maybe critical thinking skill. The various skills you can define in the program outcome. They are all generic in nature, but program specific outcome is specific to that program. Suppose it is a B.Ed. So for a B.Ed, what are all the specific outcome? If it is an engineering, so if a student is doing engineering program, so what are all the specific outcome of the particular engineering, maybe electrical or mechanical? So that will be defined in the program specific outcome. The next is again map the each topic with the CO. So each topic in the particular course has to be, whether it is linked to CO1 or CO2, that mapping also has to be done. The next is define the pedagogical tools for the course outcome. So what type of pedagogy you have to go for the each courses, that course outcomes, that also you have to decide. So I would like to divide. So basically, so I don't know, the participants may be in the principal level or participants may be in the level of teachers. So there are different type of participants may be available here. So there are certain responsibilities which the top management has to do. For example, defining the vision of the institute, then defining the mission of the institute. So those things have to be done by the top management. And again, the defining the vision and mission of the department. So that has to be done by the departmental HOD and the senior professors like that. So maybe through the curriculum development committee. So after that, so the individual course, once the curriculum development is over and syllabus is over, then for the each courses, the course outcome can be defined by the staff course coordinator. So each course can have a coordinator in which the subject they are very having expertise. So that way we have a program coordinator overall for maybe for B.Ed program coordinator. In again B.Ed there are some 20 courses, mean maybe 2 or 3 courses. One staff may be a course coordinator like that for each 2 or 3 courses. For those courses, the course outcome has to be defined by the respective course coordinators. Then it has to go to the higher level curriculum development committee. It has to be discussed, because the defining the various outcomes is very, very important, because there is a methodology how all these things you have learned in the 4 days. So action verbs in the Bloom's taxonomy has to be used for defining various outcomes. So all those things has to be taken care. So that way the course outcome can be defined by the respective course coordinators, and then has to be forwarded to the next level in the curriculum development committee, where they will approve that course outcome. So that way you can define the course outcome. Then mapping also can be done by the course coordinator. Then after that, the faculty members, so where they are individual faculty members are coming, so that starts in the teaching learning process. So for example, define the pedagogical tools for course outcome. So for this CO1, what pedagogy I have to use, whether I have to go for the chalk and talk conventional method or any other method. So that has to be decided by the respective staff members. Then again, preparing session-wise lesson delivery plan. So this is also the responsibility of the faculty member. So next slide, madam. So again, that's over. Then innovative teaching learning process. So what are all the innovation you can bring in the teaching learning process? That has to be done by the teachers. Then you have to plan for the formative and summative assessment process. So in the once you complete that, once you are doing the teaching learning process going on, during that time you can adopt the formative and assessment, and again at the end, maybe at regular interval of time, you can have a summative assessment. So you may be very familiar with these terminologies. So how formative assessment can be done and summative assessment can be done, that also we'll be seeing in the later slides. Then again, the map questions with COs. So that is a very, very important point I want to tell you. Because as teachers, we should know how to frame the questions, maybe for a CAT examination, or test 1, test 2 for the internal assessment, or for the final university examination. Each question has to be framed based on the Bloom's taxonomy level. So the various levels starting from level 1 to level 6. So you may have to set the question paper with the questions should also have the start with the action verb with the various that is Bloom's taxonomy verbs given. So accordingly, you have to that is frame the questions. That is very, very important. Then again, for each assessment, you have to define the rubrics. So the evaluation method, how to give the marks, various breakup of marks, all those things has to be decided. Next, madam. Again, track students' performance by proposing remedial. So again, once you complete the assessment, maybe your internal assessment, maybe at the end of month 1, month 2, like that, every month you are doing some assessment process. Based on that, you have to identify the weak students, or then you have to plan for the remedial measures. So that way you have to do. The next is measure the students' performance against CO threshold. So so the attainment also, yesterday also you have learned how to find out the CO attainment. So once CO attainment is found, if the value is below the threshold value, then also you will be able to know because of which CO the total attainment has come down. So accordingly, you have to take some corrective action. So which CO has pulled you down, so that particular CO you have to pay more attention. So that way you have to take the corrective action. So then again, compare the PO for the last 3 years. So once one set of students is completed, so you can take for all the courses, you can find out the CO attainment, PO attainment, and have an analysis of CO and PO attainment is very important, so that you will find out. So for each course, which CO has pulled down. So, or which PO is coming down, accordingly, which CO is responsible for that. So those COs you have to pay more attention, so that will not happen in the next time. So that way you can go for a continuous improvement. So next slide, madam. So these are all the various stages of implementation I have listed from 1 to 20. The next is again process of OBE begins with as I already told, vision, mission, PEO, PO, PSO, CO. So these are all the various outcomes or objectives we have to define. Then only you can go for the next stage. Next, madam. So this shows the process of defining the vision, mission. So basically, based on the institute vision, mission, your department vision, mission should be in accordance with the institute vision, mission, or maybe university vision, mission. So that is the first one. According to from that institute vision, mission, the department has to define the department vision and department mission. So that should be done by the academicians from senior professors and head of the department, and we should also have an advisory committee. So with all these members, we have to finalize the department vision and mission. Next step. No? So this is again that is how you are going to define the PEO, PSO, PO, etc. So here the input is department vision, mission. So the previous slide you have seen how vision, mission are defined. So that according to the vision, mission, that is taken as the input for defining the PEO, PO, PSO. So what happens? So basically, in our university, we get the that is feedback from the various stakeholders like industry, academic experts, then alumni, faculty, students, etc. And we have a brainstorming session in the IQAC cell, and that input will be given to the curriculum development cell. CDC will take that inputs. According to that accordingly, curriculum development cell will start defining the how PEO 1 should be, what should be PEO 2, like that. PEOs similarly, after once you complete the PEO, to achieve that PEO, how the PO should be there, PO1, PO2, like that you have to define, and the same way you have to define for the PSO also. So again, when you go for the change of this, so this is not always fixed. So once you one set of student is going out, then if you feel that there should be some correction or redefining this outcomes, always you can do. So you can again sit and do the redefining the outcomes. The next, madam. Again, you are already with the SMART. So the whatever outcome you are going to define, it should be specific, it should be measurable, it should be achievable. That's very, very important. So you cannot just tell I can do that, this like that, which cannot be achieved. So you have to define an outcome which is achievable by you. So maybe again realistic, whether it is possible in our institution, whether infrastructure is available, all those things you have to take into consideration. And then you have to define. Then again, time bound. This is for a particular, within a particular time bound, within the time limit, you have to achieve this. So next, madam. So again, these are some of the PEOs I just put. So this how the PEOs are defined. So PEOs are again, these are all objectives. These are all teacher centric. So how the student, the graduates after completing the particular program, so will be useful to the industry or will be useful to the society, and how the so that's what we are going to define in the objective. So for example, one I have take, so he will possess the professional software engineering skill that make them confident to develop high quality software solutions. So in the industry, wherever he works, you will have the confidence to develop the software. So that way you have to define the PEOs as a, so what they will be able to do after completing the program in a society or an industry. Okay, that is what PEOs. Next, madam. So since I am just rushing through because you are already familiar with all these things. So I'm showing some program outcomes for a BSc program in our university. So this is a sample POs. So basically, as I told you, POs are graduate attributes. They are all generic in nature. Communication skill, then critical thinking and problem solving, that problem solving, analytical and scientific reasoning. Next slide, madam. So research related skill, teamwork and leadership quality, information and digital literacy, then moral and ethical awareness, lifelong learning. So these are all the 9 POs we are defined. So you can, if you see all these things, these are all the generic skills required by any graduate. Maybe for a science group or BSc and BCA, we are defined like this. Engineering, the AICTE has defined 12 POs. So for arts groups separately we have. So that way, for the education department, what are all the required skills? That is generic skills. So you can define as the POs. Next, madam. PSOs. So this is again program specific outcome specific to that particular program. For example, this is written for a, I think, able to design various web-based, and this is also a computer science student. So they will be able to design various web-based and mobile-based applications which suits the real-time scenario and assess and identify potential risk and offer sustainable solution. So analyze, design, implement, test, and evaluate computer programs. So these are all related to computers. So a BSc computer science student should possess these outcomes, program-specific outcomes at the end of the program. So next. Okay, so the once you have completed the outcomes, then next stage is coming as a curriculum development. Next slide. So curriculum development, how it is done. So for affiliated colleges, the university will be giving the curriculum and syllabus. For other autonomous bodies or deemed universities, so we have to design the curriculum and syllabus. Again, it is this flow chart is followed. So we are getting the feedback from the alumni, students, faculty, employer, the various stakeholders, and identify the gap in the existing curriculum. What is problem? What is the problem in the existing curriculum? So what changes I have to make? So all those things you have to get the feedback. Based on the feedback from the various stakeholders, you have to discuss in the curriculum development cell. The next is curriculum development cell, where you are having a brainstorming session regarding your existing curriculum and what is to be done. So curriculum refinement. So you are doing some refinement of the curriculum. Then you are submitting to the board of studies curriculum and the new syllabus that will be approved by the Board of Studies and academic councils, and it is coming for the new regulation. So this is the way curriculum development and syllabus framing is done in any university. Next. So this I want to show you on the components of the curriculum. Components means what are all the courses to be included in the curriculum. So because this is very, very important in OBE, because in OBE we are that is defining certain goals or the expected outcomes. So which should be possible by providing the curriculum and syllabus by the students. So for that, as I told you already, what are all the courses we are going to include in the curriculum is very, very important. So these courses should be in such a way that the various outcomes which you are already committed or which you are already designed should be possible. So that way only your curriculum should be. So that is why we have you see here the various categories are coming under as usual core courses. Then you have elective courses, again department elective, skill enhancement elective, then open elective. This also we are this time we are given. So the students can take the other department courses also. So that way the maybe other faculty courses also. That is a new thing we have done. Open elective. Then again interdisciplinary or allied. This as usual you can give for the various programs. Then we have included languages. Then you see soft skills and communication skill, because we are committed in the PO that students will be able to have a very good communication skill. So then again the analytical skill, all those things. So we have given 4 courses for the soft skill and communication skill. Then life skill also 1 course, universal human values, then foreign language, then environmental studies, then core skill. So your domain based skill 2 courses, then critical thinking skill, analytical skill, computer skill we are given for all the undergraduate students 3 courses. So that way this is the overall that is components of the curriculum for the 130 credits. So this is the very important while you are going for the curriculum structure. Before going for the curriculum structure, you should decide how many courses should be based on your core, how many subjects courses should be on interdisciplinary, again how many courses you are giving for the skill development and also for the life skill. That is also very important. So next, madam. Again, teaching learning process. Next. Yeah, again, this is a lesson delivery plan. All of you will be doing already. So next, madam. So again, we are defining the course outcome in the lesson delivery plan. These are all part of the lesson delivery plan. Next slide. Yeah, this is also the lesson delivery plan. This is actual content. So just I would like to tell you that since we are going to implement the OBE, your lesson delivery plan also should reflect it. So here, this is a unit and hour. U stands for unit, hour, the topic. This is Bloom's level. Bloom's level. BL is Bloom's level. Then your course outcome. Then this is your reference book. So this is again pedagogy. P stands for pedagogy. Then any ICT tool you are using. Then again link for the ICT tool. Then this is the chapter number for the particular reference. Workshop Technology Volume 2 means which chapter and page number starting, page number ending. So all these details you are supposed to give in your lesson plan. So here you see that the first topic is metal cutting types. It is coming under the Bloom's level 2 and CO1. So each topic, each class you are handling, you have to give the course learning outcome. What learning has happened, what outcome has happened in that particular hour. So for suppose you are planning for 45 hours. So all the 45 hours, so which CO is covered. So that also has to be given in the lesson delivery plan. Next one. Then again, these are all the various pedagogies. Just I'll skip this. All of you will be knowing this. So starting from chalk and talk, there are various pedagogies are shown. You can just skip, madam. Yeah. So exhaustive pedagogies are given. The next is again ICT tools. I have given list of ICT tools also. So this here I want to tell. So Swayam, NPTEL, any MOOC, because the online courses also we have to introduce to the students as again another pedagogy. So they can appear for the Swayam or Swayam Prabha. Then again already we are familiar with the Gmeet or Zoom online platforms. Then again, wherever you have laboratory, you can have a virtual laboratory. That is happening in all the engineering programs. Virtual labs are being conducted. So next, again, these are all the various ICT tools. Okay, next. So again, there are, once you complete that, so we have seen the various pedagogies. Then again, next we have to go for how your teaching learning has to be done. Okay, so there are various levels is given by the Bloom's taxonomy. They are defining starting from the remembering level to the creation level. So how the that is teaching learning has to happen. So that is this is a cognitive learning. So it is demonstrated by the knowledge recall, and again the comprehending information, organizing ideas, analyzing data, applying knowledge, choosing among alternatives in problem solving, and creation of new products or idea. So starting from the remembering level till the creation. So you have to decide a particular unit. For example, in your course, the first unit. So whether you have to go with the remembering level or maybe the understanding level, again where you have to, which unit you have to go for the analyze level, that way. So we recommend that for the normal courses you can go start from maybe understanding level to the, that is application or evaluation level. So it's very rarely you can go for the maybe the final creation level of Bloom's taxonomy. So because the undergraduate programs, they so the you can go from L2 to L5, you can go. If similarly, when you set the question paper also, you can start from L2 to L5. So L6 is a creation level where it is very, very difficult for the undergraduate students for the courses. Maybe for the project work or internship, you can go for the L6 level. The next slide. So this gives the exhaustive that is verbs, action verbs for the various levels. Remember to create. Only my request is when you set a question paper, please use these verbs. Okay, normally we use our own. So how, what, like that. We are using the that is question tag. So instead of that, you start any question with the Bloom's taxonomy verbs. That is very, very important. So that at least you have to practice now onwards. Once you go for the your OB implementation, it clearly gives the what is the category, and again what is the cognitive process. For example, here only recognizing and recalling. That is remembering. It is under the cognitive level of recognizing and recalling only. Again, the final is generating and a new concept under the creation. So this, I think it is available in the website also. Anytime you can download and keep it with you. Very, very, everybody should keep this in your course file also. So it will be very useful while you are taking the classes as well as that is setting the question paper. The next, madam. Again, the affective learning. This also you have learned the various sessions. So this is again for the attitude, for the improvement of the, because that is very, very important, because already we know that for implementing OBE or any teaching learning, basically the students should have knowledge, skill, and also attitude. So that is why we are having the three sets of here taxonomies are there. So the three skills are there: cognitive skill, then affective skill, and again your psychomotor skills. So all these three things you have to pay attention. So affective learning is also very, very important. Again, for affective learning, what are all the verbs you have to use? That is given in the next slide. Next slide, madam. Again, so we are giving the various level. So just like you are remembering, you have the receiving till the characterization by a value or a value complex. So this clearly gives how the lower level of attitude to the highest level of attitude, how the students can be improved. So that clearly shows. Next. Again, this is psychomotor learning. So this is for skill development. Next slide, madam. So especially it's very much required for the teachers. And I would like to tell another point also for you at this moment. So this generally OBE process should be learned by all the teachers. So we are all teachers, maybe a education teacher, or maybe engineering teacher, or a commerce teacher. So because we are teaching day by day to day, we are teaching, and we should know what are all the various outcomes our students should develop or demonstrate. but you are also producing teacher. You are teacher and also you are producing most of the participants are, I think, teacher education. You are producing teacher. All your students are going to become tomorrow teachers. So they should also be taught about this OBE. The various starting from the vision, mission, whatever you have learned should be transferred to the students also, your students also, because tomorrow they are going to become your teachers. So that point I wanted to stress upon you. Again, next you go. Next slide. Okay, so this is about the next level is once the teaching learning is over, then you can go for the that is the assessment process. Next slide. Again, you would have heard of formative and summative assessments. So formative assessment normally is very, very important. So which I don't know whether we are following it strictly or not. So this has to be done day to day. So when you are taking a class today, maybe for 60 minutes duration, so you have to follow some of the formative approaches in the class. Once you may dedicate some 40 minutes for your teaching, then remaining 20 minutes you have to spend for the formative, because when you go, normally when you go to the class, initially we have to start, we should not start with the lesson. So we should ask the what they have understood in the last, whatever you are taught in the last class, we have to ask the questions. Various methods of formative approaches are there. Using that, you can assess whether the learning has taken place from the previous class. Then only you can start the new thing, what you are going to tell. Similarly, at the end of the class, maybe another 5 minutes you can spend to see whether the learning has happened, what you have taken for today's class. So that way, formative assessment is very, very important. It occurs during the learning process. Whenever the learning takes place, simultaneously the formative assessment is taking place. So next slide. Similarly, summative, all of you know that again it is conducted maybe at a periodic interval. So this gives a definition. Formative assessment is a way to monitor student learning while it is happening, and thus adjust teaching methods and lesson plans accordingly. So again, it is a continuous process that helps to uncover students' learning with the goal of helping to improve their understanding of specific topics and subjects. Then summative assessment, you know, it is conducted at a regular interval of time. Maybe your CAT 1, CAT 2, then again the final examination. These are all coming under the summative assessment. Next you go. So again, some of the formative assessment tools, again, multiple choice polls, you can give some question and 3 answers or 4 answers. Ask them to pick the correct answer. Again, as I told you, pre-class open-ended question, before class, then the end of the class. Then you can emoji survey is also one way. At the end of the class, you can ask whether the students are understood or not. Out of 20 students, you can ask them to give some emojis, maybe green and red. If they show green, it shows that they are understood. If the red means, some students raise red means those students have some problem in understanding. So that way, those students you can separately call and teach them what they have not understood. So these are all the various methods. This also a lot of details are available. You can just go through and you can practice it. Next. Again, this is I don't know whether I have time. I have prepared a lot. Anyhow, I don't think I'll have time. Anyhow, this is a sample question paper I have given, which I have set here for a subject of engineering robotics. So again, in each question, I have to give the CO level and Bloom's level. That's very, very important. So because then only the assessment, while you are assessing, this CO1 mark will go here. For first and second question, whatever mark the student scored will go to the CO1. Again, third and fourth answer mark will be go to the CO2. So that way only you can calculate the CO1 attainment, CO2 attainment. And also while coining the question, you have to use the proper verb. Bloom's verb, you have to use classify, compare, explain. So that way, that is also very important. Next. Next. Yeah, this is again what the distribution of questions. Again, Bloom's level. So in my question paper, the level 1 is zero percentage, and level 6 also 0%. I have taken the questions from L2 to L5 only. So that distribution also shown here. So this is a way the distribution should be there. Not from the same, you cannot always take the questions from lower level L1 or L2. Okay, you have to distribute it among the various level. Next. Again, this I thought I can give it to you question paper, I said, because this I wanted to have a general topic because participants may be from different disciplines. So just I wanted to have a GST on the topic of GST, which everybody is knowing. So I wanted to ask you which Bloom's taxonomy level is used in the various questions. So that I don't know whether we have time here or not. So if the time permits, I think we can go for this. Next slide, madam. Yeah, this is also another subject, pedagogy of physical science. This also I wanted to get the level. You have identify which level the questions are set. Next. Okay, so the next is about the attainment of outcomes. You go next slide, madam. Okay, so there are two types of attainment, basically the direct and indirect attainment of COs and POs. So again, you would have learned in the earlier that is lectures. So what is direct attainment? What is indirect attainment? So actually, direct attainment is one of the final examinations, okay, term end examination, and again continuous internal examination, CAE data. So summative and formative, these exams we are taking for the direct assessment, which we conduct at regular interval of time. Then here the indirect assessment is based on the surveys. So surveys from the students, so that we are taking. So we have to consider both direct and indirect and get the final attainment. So yesterday I was also that is attending that lecture. So very nice. And she was telling about the, I think CO attainment completed. So, but she could not complete about the PO attainment. So I wanted to do that now, but I don't know whether time permits me. Anyhow, I'll try. The next slide you go. Again, this is explaining the CO attainment process. So CO attainment starts in external assessment. Also, again, internal assessment is there for any CO. So again, you are for the external assessment, you are conducting the various examinations. That is the end semester examination. For internal assessment, you have the assignments, again, mid exams, all those things that given here. Then again, you have to if you take the external assessment, you have to set the attainment level, that is threshold value you have to set. Then you have to calculate the CO attainment for the end of examination. And again, I am taking the 50% of the end semester examination as a weightage, because the university follows 50% for the end semester and 50% for the internal. Similarly, internal assessment also, we are calculating the attainment based on the mark attained in the test 1, test 2, test 3, all those things. And that also we are taking 50%. Then finally, we are getting a direct attainment of CO, 50% external, 50% internal, and taking 0.5 multiplied by that value. And here also 0.5 multiplied by the CAE. I'm getting the final CO attainment. Then again, indirect attainment also I have to take. And then finally, I'll calculate the final attainment. That is again 80% of the direct attainment and 20% of the indirect attainment. So that way I'm getting the final attainment. Again, we have to check here CO attainment is greater than or equal to target. So whether your attained CO is more than your target value. So if it is more than target value, then you can go for the revise the target next year. So suppose your target is 80%, okay, but you are achieved 90%. Okay, that means you are well above the target. So you can increase your target level next time to 90% itself, so that you will see whether you can achieve 95 like that. Otherwise, if your target is, if your achieved level attainment is less than the target value, then you have to revisit. So what is the reason? Then only you have to go for the remedial measures. So why the attainment is less than the target value or the threshold value, you have to go for the corrective action. Next slide. Again, as I told you, the overall attainment of CO and PO is equal to 0.8 direct attainment, 0.2 indirect attainment. Next you go. Okay. So CO attainment. So here I am just showing one example for some 4 students. I have taken the data. So the internal examination will be based on 2 tests and again the model examination, and university examination again finally you are conducting. So how we are calculating the CO attainment? So here, for example, these are the in the test 1, the questions were given in CO1 and CO2 only. So only marks are given only in CO1 and CO2. But for test 2, the questions are belonging to CO3, CO4, CO5. So again, the marks obtained by the 4 students is given here. Again, the model examination, all the COs are coming, CO1, CO up to CO5. The marks are filled here. Again, university exam also marks are filled here. Okay. So that way, these are the data. This is the actual data which you are able to get once you conduct the exam. Now, this is what we are going to do for the attainment calculation. So here I have got that 4 students is the total number of students. Again, maximum marks for this CO1, maximum mark is 50 and CO2 also 50. Total 100 means 50-50. CO1 I have said 50 marks and CO2 I have said 50 marks. So in that 50, so I have kept a threshold value or a target level. So what target level I have kept here is 50 marks as the target level. If a student is getting 50% mark, so here they just, are you able to see that? I don't know, something is hidden in this. So here I have given, suppose the 50 to 59% of students are getting more than 50 marks, because my threshold mark is 50 marks. Okay, so 50 to 59% of the students are getting 50 above 50 marks, then I am in level 1, and 60 to 69% of the students are scoring this 50 marks, then I am in level 2. Then more than 70% of the students in a class are securing this pass mark 50, then I am in level 3. So that way, whenever you do the attainment calculation, you have to fix the target level or maybe a threshold level. So this also need not be same. So you can set for the different subjects different level. Maybe some subjects may be very tough, some subjects may be very easy to score mark. So based on that, you can set this threshold value. Maybe some subjects which is very which are all theoretical nature, or where you can score easily marks, then you can fix this mark as 60 marks or even 70 marks, like that. So again, this depends on the subject. So here I have fixed the 50 marks is a threshold value. If 50 to 59% in a class are scoring 50 marks, for example, if 4 students are there, okay, if 50% means how many students? 2 students. If 2 students so that is 50 to 59% of the students are scoring, more than 2 students are scoring, then it is again less than 2 students. Okay, so it is a level 1. If it is 60 to 69, so you can calculate always depending on the number of students. 50 to 59 means how much students are coming. So if that number of students are passing, then it is level 1. Okay, in this case 50% means out of 4 students, 50% is 2 students. So suppose 2 students are getting the minimum mark 50, then they are in level 1. If there are 3 students, again it is in level 2 or level 3. So that way you have to find out the level. Okay, so here again the various marks are given. So here the maximum mark is 50 for this CO1, and 50% threshold only I given, so it is only 25 marks. So I have to check in this how many students have scored 25 and above. So here if you see the marks, only 1 student has scored. So that 30 marks, that is why I put 1 student. Here again the CO2, again more than 25, 3 students have scored. That's why I put 3. So corresponding to 1 student, I am getting a level 1, and for 3 students I am getting a level 3. So that way you have to calculate so the level of attainment. This is very, very important. What is the level of attainment? For example, here there are 4 students. The number of students above threshold is 4. So total students also 4. Above threshold also 4. So 4 out of 4. That means 100%. Okay. So it is coming above 70% is 3. So that's why it is coming 3. So that way you have to find out how many percentage of students have crossed the threshold value. Based on that, you have to fix. You can fix the level. So this way, I am able to calculate the level of attainment of CO. Next slide. So this is the consolidated attainment level. So again, this is I am writing CO1 to CO5. Again, test 1, CO1 only attainment level is 1. CO2 attainment level is 3. Again, for the test 2, CO3, CO4, CO5 only given question. So CO3 for test 2 is 3. Again, CO4 3, CO5 3. This is based on the previous slide. At the end of the previous slide, I have given the attainment level. No, that only I am rewriting here. Again, for model examination, all the COs are attained the level 3. So now I have to go for these test 1, test 2, test model examination. will be considered for the internal mark. So for the internal attainment, I am getting average of 3 plus 1 by 2, 2. Again, here also 3, 3, 3, because all are 3 here. So I am getting the attainment level for CO1, 2, CO2 to CO5, all are 3. Similarly, for university exam also, I am getting all the attainment level 3. So from the average of, so here internal and university examination, you have to take the average. If you take the 50%, 50%. Again, if you have some universities may follow 40% for the internal, 60% for the final examination, or 20-80 like that. So this I have taken based on 50-50. So 50% internal, 50% university exam. If you take like that, the average, the direct attainment will be 2.5. 2 and 3 average is 2.5. Here all are 3. So that way I'm getting. Then this is indirect attainment through the exit survey. So at the end of the course, you have to do an exit survey with the students, the various COs you can list out, CO1 to CO5, and ask the students to rate how they have understood that various COs, what level, whether it is in 1, 2, or 3. The same way you can find out, and you can find the average of all the surveys. Suppose 50 students are giving survey, all the students survey, you can take the average and get the CO attainment through indirect method, that is through the survey. So here I am getting 2.2, 2.6, 2.8, 3, and 2.5. Okay, through the indirect attainment. So you will now you have to calculate the final CO attainment, that is 0.8 times direct plus 0.2 times the indirect. If you calculate like that, you are getting these values, and average of this value is coming as 2.84. So for this course, so maybe C1 or 2, that code is given here. So for this course, the final CO attainment is 2.84. Next slide. So this is where I am going to start the PO attainment. Okay, so so the CO PO mapping. So for this PO attainment, what is the starting point? Starting point is that CO PO PSO mapping. So I think you would already that is listened to the previous lecture where you would have seen the PO CO mapping. I believe that you have seen this PO/CO mapping. So I am giving for one such course C1 or 2. So the CO1 to CO5 are listed here, and PO1, PO2 up to PO10, and PSO1, PSO2, PSO3. All these program outcomes and program specific outcomes are given in this horizontal way, and COs are given in the vertical way. So here these numbers represent the correlation between the CO and PO, how they are correlated. So whether they are highly correlate or moderately correlated or very low correlate or no correlation at all. So based on that, you have to, so at the time of syllabus formation, when you define the course outcome, program outcome, etc., for each course, the course coordinator has to do this mapping, the mapping between COs and PSOs. So this is the way you have to do the mapping. So you have to read the each CO, you have to read the each PO and see what is the correlation, how they are correlated. Here I have seen that CO1 and PO1 are highly correlated too. Again, CO1 and PO2 are moderately correlated, so I have given 2. CO1 and PO3 are no correlation, 0. So that way I have filled up this call. This is only a sample I have taken here for one course. Okay, so this is the basis for PO attainment. So I have got this matrix. Okay, all this matrix I am getting. What job I am doing next calculation is C102. C102 is the subject code, that only I am putting. So this is the average of the attainment. So the PO attainment of average here. So this is PO1 and CO1 3, PO1 CO2 3, like that PO1 CO5 3. So what is the average of these values? 3 only. Similarly, you add all these things. Okay, so 10. This is 8 plus 3, 11. So 11 by 5. Again, this is 5 plus 7, 9 by 5. Like that, add these matrix values and divide by the total number of, that is COs. So that way you will get the average of the COs. This is C1 or 2 I am just writing here. So these are the program outcome 1, 3.0, program outcome 2, 2.20, program outcome 3, 2.25. These are all the, this PO7, PO8, PO9 only 0 because there is no correlation at all. So there is no achievement of PO7, PO8, PO9 in these subjects. Again, PSO also given this value. So these are the actual PO attainment. But These are this is the expected PO attainment. If CO attainment is 100%, if CO attainment is 3, then you will you can directly take this value as a PO attainment, but that is not, that will never happen. So it CO attainment may be 2.8 or 2.7 or sometimes 1.5. So again, depending on how the students are performing in the test 1, test 2, model exam or university examination. So all those things you already seen how to compute the CO attainment. So here the CO attainment what we got in the previous slide is I think 2.84. 2.84 is the CO attainment. So for that, corresponding to that, we have to calculate the PO attainment, PO1, PO2 like that. That is shown here. Can you take this, madam, slide above, just to take it above, because some formula is hidden at the bottom.
Sir, 5 minutes you conclude, sir.
Yeah. Can you take the slide upward, madam? No, previous slide. Previous slide only. Some lower part is hidden. Not this one, madam. Next. Illa madam, munnadi madam. Yeah, previous slide. You are able to hear me here at the bottom. Some portion is hidden. Are you able to see? All of you are able to see? You are able to see, madam?
Yes, sir.
That formula given?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you're able to see that formula, okay. You just, otherwise you just take it to the.
Able to see the formula, sir.
Okay. So here, you are getting these values here. So how you have to calculate this is so you have to multiply that CO value, whatever CO you got, 2.84 into 3.0 by 3. So that is the formula. So given here is CO attainment, final CO attainment, okay, multiplied by the PO attainment divided by 3. Okay. So is it the formula given there? Can you see, madam?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now you yourself can calculate the PO attainment. For example, the first PO1, under the PO1 column, you can see that actual C1 or 2 is given as 3. So the what calculation you have to do is CO attainment in the previous slide was, we got the overall CO attainment is 2.84. The 2.84 you multiply by this 3.0 and divide it by 3, because this is taken in the scale of 3. The maximum is 3. That is why you are dividing by 3. That is the formula. So you will get 3 and 3 will get cancelled. You will get the 2.84 itself as the PO1. You check it for PO2 or PO3. You check it for PO2. For finding the PO2 for direct attainment, you have to take 2.20 into 2.84 divided by 3. One of you can check it and tell you are getting 2.08 in the chat box. You can tell. You take 2.20, that is the actual PO attainment, multiplied by 2.84, that is the CO attainment, divided by 3. You will get 2.08. Similarly, the next one, for getting the PO3 value, you have to take 2.25 into again the same 2.84 divided by 3. You will get 2.13. So that is the formula for getting the direct PO attainment. So this way I am getting direct PO attainment. PO1 2.84 to PO2 2.08, PO3 2.13, like that till PSO3 I am getting values. Okay. So next. No, before this. Okay. So here this is the final PO attainment. So just similar to your CO attainment. So PO attainment also you have the direct and indirect. So direct we have just calculated now. That is listed here under the direct attainment 2.84, 2.8, etc. Then the similar to you are given a exit survey done for the CO attainment. For PO attainment also you can do a survey. So at the end of the program, at the end of the course you can do, or at the end of the program you can do indirect attainment. Normally the indirect attainment for PO is done with the alumni, maybe those who have completed the program, alumni, or from the employers, whether they have got a communication skill, whether they have got a computer literacy. So all those POs can be verified whether it is attained or not through the alumni or the industries, people or employers. So you can give that feedback form to them and ask them to, again, same way, you can define all the PO1 to PO10 and PSO1 to PSO3 like that. Then you can, that is, ask them to fill 1, 2, 3. If it is very low attained, that particular PO is very low attainment is there, then they can give 1. Moderate attainment means 2. Then high attainment means they can give 3. So that way you can collect that survey, and once you complete the survey, you can calculate what is the indirect attainment. So that indirect attainment value only I have put here under the indirect 3, 2, 2, etc. Now you have to calculate the final PO attainment, PO1 to PO10, and again PSO1 to PSO3 you have to calculate. Okay, so here again the formula is PO1, how to get the final 2.84 into 0.8, that is 80% of, that's what given here. Formula for the final PO attainment is 0.8 into direct PO attainment plus 0.2 into indirect attainment. So that this formula is applied here, and you see that you will get this final attainment. That is, first one is 0.8 into 2.84 plus 3 into 0.2 into 3. The next one is 0.8 into 2.98 plus 0.2 into 2. So that way you keep on calculating to get the final PO attainment. So this is the way you have to get the PO attainment. So I think now you will be able to find both the CO attainment and the PO attainment. Next slide, madam. Okay, so again, now we have seen the various aspects of OBE and how to, that is, implement that in the various stages. Okay, starting from the principal to the till the assistant professor level, teachers' responsibility. We have seen how to do this, and again how to go for a continuous improvement. Now I'm just going to show you what is the that is utility, what is the very importance of this OBE. So if you do this OBE concept, if you adopt it, it is very much useful for the NAC inspection also, whether it is a NAC or a engineering college, NBA we have, it is very, very useful, because you would have seen, if you already gone for NAC, you will be knowing the various criteria are there, and each criteria, how this OBE is useful. That is what I am going to show now here. As far as criteria 1 is concerned, these are all the various questions they are asked in the criteria 1. Here you see that curricula developed and implemented have relevance to the local, national, regional, etc. in program out, which is reflected in your POs, PSOs, and COs. That is the question. So only if you adopted this OBE concept in your institution, you can answer this question. Otherwise, you don't have any PO or PSO. So that way, this is the first question. Then again, curriculum development and implementation, how it is done in your university, that has to be written here under criteria 1. Again, curriculum planning, delivery, evaluation, all those things. Then again, interdisciplinary, interdepartment courses, because only when you are adopting this OBE concept, you are introducing the various interdisciplinary courses or skill-based courses, again, value-added courses. All those things you have to include in your curriculum. Then only you will be able to achieve your various outcomes, starting from program outcome, course outcome, everything you will get. So the next is, again, students are enrolled in the certificate courses or add-on courses. This is also one question in the criteria 1. So all these questions can be answered if you are implementing OBE successfully in your university. Next, criteria 2. Next, madam. Again, criteria 2, these are the various questions. Assessment of learning levels of the students and organizers special program. Okay, so these are all the various questions. So you can see the various questions they asked: experience learning, integrated interdisciplinary learning. Again, these are all the various types of learning methods already we have seen. How you are implementing in your institute. So that is what you have to do. So that way, from criteria 1 to 6, the various aspects you can answer very easily if you are adopting this OBE. Next, criteria 3. Yeah. So here also the questions asked related to your workshop, seminars conducted, again collaborative research, then faculty exchange, internship, etc. Then what are all the MOUs with institutions? Because automatically when you are implementing a OBE, you have to make a lot of MOUs with the the industries again for the skill development. Next you go. So like this, again, the criteria tells about the teaching, learning available in the facilities for infrastructure facilities available for this. And again, ICT is very important. ICT is also given in the OBE. So what are ICT, the infrastructure the department is having? That is asked in the criteria 4. Again, criteria 5. So here again, capability enhancement and development schemes. So what are all the capability enhancement program you are conducting in your university, starting from the soft skill development, etc. So this list gives the entire details. Next. Okay, again, implement of e-governance in areas of operation. So this is coming under the governance. This is also very much required when you adopt a OBE. So this way, what I want to tell is, once your institution or university is implementing the that is outcome-based education concept in full, then it will be very, very useful when you go for NAAC accreditation. So this one I want to share with you. I think my time is over. I am concluding. Okay, so if you have any doubts, you can ask.
Thank you very much, sir. Wonderful presentation.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Because of the shortage, I have skipped a lot of things, and also I have prepared one exercise also for the participants, so that they will be familiar with the question paper setting with the Bloom's level. Anyhow, it's they can learn it. It's not a problem.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir, for your penetrating session. It is my privilege to express sincere gratitude to our resource person, Dr. M. Ganeshan, Joint Registrar, Curriculum Development Cell and Outcome-Based Education, Dr. MGR Educational and Research Institute, Chennai, Tamil Nadu, who has clearly presented about best practices in OBE implementation and teacher education principles. He made everyone to thoroughly understood the concept of today's session. Thank you so much, sir, for sparing your valuable time with us today. Dear participants, we are going to start validity session within few minutes. Everybody kindly wait for some time. After validity session, we will post the feedback link in the chat box.
Sharmila madam, can we start the validity session?
Madam, yes, madam.
Can we start?
Okay.
Maria, kindly check whether VC madam has joined. Otherwise, I'll call her.
Not yet joined, ma'am.
Okay, I'll call her.
I will share the PPT with the organizers. If any participants want, they can collect it.
Thank you, sir.
Maria, check she's joining.
Yes, ma'am. Checking, ma'am. Ma'am has joined, ma'am.
Good evening, madam. Welcome, madam.
Yeah, நான் தெரியவே இல்லை. Okay, தெரியுது. Okay.
Madam,
Proceed.
can we start?
Yeah, please.
Ma, you can start. Ma.
Okay, ma'am. There are no secrets to success. It is a result of preparation, hard work, and learning from failure. A very pleasant evening to one and all present here. We welcome you all for the valedictory session of 5-day International Online Faculty Development Program, jointly organized by Tamil Nadu Teachers Education University in association with Dr. MGR Educational and Research Institute, Faculty of Education and Academic Staff College. Think thousands times before taking a decision, but after taking decision, never turn back even if you get 1,000 difficulties. Now I would like to invite Dr. V. Sharmila, Assistant Professor, Department of Educational Technology, Tamil Nadu Teacher Education University, Chennai, to deliver the welcome address.
Respected dignitaries, esteemed guests, dedicated staff members, and participants, I extend a warm welcome to all of you to this 5-day International Online Faculty Development Program on Outcome-Based Education. This program is jointly organized by Tamil Nadu Teachers Education University and Dr. MGR Education and Research Institute. First and foremost, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to each one of you for joining us in this valedictory session. Your presence here is highly valued and greatly appreciated. It gives me immense pleasure to extend a warm welcome to the Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Geeta Lakshmi Madam from Dr. MGR Educational and Research Institute. Your esteemed presence adds significant value to this gathering, and we are very honored to have you here, ma'am. Welcome, ma'am. To extend a warm welcome to Professor Dr. Palanivelu, Registrar of Dr. MGR Education Research Institute. Your expertise and guidance have been instrumental in making this program a reality, and we are grateful for your valuable contribution, sir. Furthermore, it is a privilege to welcome Professor Dr. P.C. Nagasubramani, Registrar in Charge from Tamil Nadu Teachers Education University. A special welcome is extended to Dr. Geeta Madam, Principal, Faculty of Education, Dr. MGR Educational and Research Institute. Your dedication for organizing this program is admirable, and we are delighted to have you here with us, Madam. And I welcome one of the organizing secretary, Dr. Sendamil Pavai, Madam, and also welcome all the joining secretaries, staff members of both institutions. I extend a warm welcome to all the participants who have joined us for this faculty development program. Your presence here reflects your commitment to growth, knowledge, and betterment of education. I would like to express my heartfelt welcome to all the eminent speakers and distinguished guests who have traveled from different parts of the country, representing various walks of life. Your willingness to share your expertise and knowledge and vast experiences with teaching community is truly commendable. Once again, I would like to express my gratitude to each and every one of you for being a part of this program. It is our sincere hope that this faculty development program will be an enriching experience, fostering collaboration and contributing significantly to the advancement of outcome-based education. Let us seize this opportunity to learn, connect, and create a positive impact together. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your warm welcome. If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. Now I request Dr. P. Sendamil Pavai, Assistant Professor, Faculty of Education, Dr. MGR Education and Research Institute to deliver 5 days FDP report.
Thank you, ma'am. Coming together is a beginning. Keeping together is a progress. Working together is a success. We are delighted to share the report of 5-day International Online Faculty Development Program on Outcome-Based Education. This program was organized by Tamil Nadu Teachers Education University in collaboration with Dr. MGR Educational and Research Institute, Faculty of Education and Academic Staff College. The primary objective of this program was to promote the enhancement of educational quality by implementing a system that ensures adherence to standards and transparency. It aimed to facilitate the seamless acquisition of essential knowledge, skills, and competencies among learners, thereby equipping them for successful professional development. We have received more than 1,400 registrations for this 5-day International Online Faculty Development Program from various parts of the world like Malaysia, Singapore, Kuwait, Bangladesh, and so on. To accomplish greater things with the blessings of Supreme Power, the inaugural function of the 5-day international online FDP outcome-based education commenced on 5th June 2023 at 10:30 a.m. The event began with the Tamil Thai Varthu, followed by a warm welcome extended by Dr. P. Ganeshan, Controller of Examination in Charge, Tamil Nadu Teacher Education University. The chief guest for the inaugural session was Professor N. Panjanatham, former Vice Chancellor of Tamil Nadu Teacher Education University. He delivered the inaugural address, sharing his valuable insights and expertise on the topic. A felicitation note was presented by Professor V. Radhika, Additional Registrar, Phase 2 Campus, Dr. MGR ERI, acknowledging the significance of the program and expertising appreciation for the participants' engagement. Throughout the program, a total of 487 participants from India and various other countries actively participated and remained connected with us through Zoom platform. Additionally, the program received online viewership from 911 individuals through YouTube live stream. The first session of day 1 featured Dr. Shoail Rana Charkar, Assistant Professor, Department of Education, Hingalganj Mahavidyalaya, West Bengal. He delivered a comprehensive speech on the topic outcome-based education and its components, vision, mission, and program education objectives. During his presentation, he eloquently explained the advantages of outcome-based education and highlighted the significance of clearly defining and achieving organization goals. His presentation helped the participants to understand the practical steps involved in aligning these components and fostering a cohesive educational environment. The second session of day 1 commenced at 2 p.m. and was chaired by Dr. Vinarasu Nithyanandam, Professor in Education, UNIFEF University, Cyprus. He delivered an engaging, thought-provoking speech on the topic Bloom's taxonomy and design of learning outcomes. He provided an in-depth analysis of the revised Bloom's taxonomy and its relevance in addressing the needs of individual learners in the technological era. His presentation offered a comprehensive understanding of how Bloom's taxonomy can be harnessed to foster the holistic development and critical thinking among students. The first session of day 2 commenced at 10:30 a.m. on the 6th June 2023, featuring Dr. Chellamani, Professor, Pondicherry University, as the resource person. She has delivered an insightful lecture on the topic, defining core competencies and performance indicators. She emphasized the importance of reflection in the teaching profession and highlighted the role of the teacher as a reflective practitioner. Her lecture enhanced the participants' understanding of the importance of self-assessment and continuous improvement in the teaching learning process. The second session of day 2 commenced at 2 p.m. featuring Dr. Priyadarshini Muthukrishnan, Senior Lecturer, Department of Education, Help University, Malaysia. She shared her insights on the topic, writing course outcomes. During her presentation, she provided a concise overview of developing measurable course outcomes using 3-level model, emphasizing the importance of designing courses backward and delivering them forward. The session day 3 commenced on 10:30 a.m. on the 7th June 2023. Dr. Seema Gopinath, Assistant Professor, Department of Education, Central University of Rajasthan, chaired the session. She delivered the presentation on the topic, mapping course outcomes and program outcomes to program education objectives. Her wisdom and expertise on the topic truly enriched the knowledge of the participants. By understanding the mapping process, participants gain a clearer perspectives on systematic integration of COs, POs, and PEOs. The noon session of day 3 commenced at 2 p.m., centering on the topic of assessment techniques for the attainment of course outcomes and program outcomes. The distinguished speaker for the session was Dr. Rana Pradap Singh, Assistant Professor, SRT College, Damri, Jharkhand. He enlightened discourse provided a profound understanding of the diverse range of techniques employed in assessing COs and POs. Through his elucidations, it became evident that these assessment techniques play an important role in discerning any deficiencies within the curriculum. The first session of day 4 commenced promptly at 10:30 a.m. on 8th June 2023. Dr. Shyamla Devi, Assistant Professor, Department of Education, University of Madras, Chennai, graced the event as a distinguished resource person. She She shared her profound expertise on the topic of analysis of attainment and continuous improvement based on outcome-based education. She shed light on the corrective measures that can be implemented to enhance the attainment of outcomes. The second session, day 4, commenced punctually at 2 p.m., featuring the esteemed presence of Dr. Rashmi Rekha Bora, Assistant Professor, School of Social Sciences and Languages, VIT, Chennai. She delivered an eloquent and enlightening talk centered on the topic of ICT-enabled tools and innovative techniques for teaching and learning. She provided valuable guidance on the creation of Microsoft Forms, offering attendees a practical understanding how these forms can be leveraged to enhance the educational practices. The first session of day 5 commenced promptly at 10:30 a.m. on June 9, 2023. Dr. Priyanka Datta, Assistant Professor, Department of Education, Bidhan Nagar College, West Bengal, served as the esteemed resource person for this session. The topic she presented was formation of rubrics. With utmost clarity, she has expounded upon the 9 crucial steps involved in the designing rubrics. Additionally, she shed the light on the diverse types of rubrics that can be employed to assess learners depending on the specific aspect to the measured. The final session of the 5-day International FDP started at 1:50 p.m. The session was chaired by Dr. M. Ganeshan, Joint Registrar, Dr. MGR ERI. The topic presented on best practices in OBE implementation, teacher education discipline. He has highlighted about OBE implementation, curriculum development, course outcome, ICT tools, assessment process and methods, formative assessment and tools, and clearly explained about how this OBE supports for NAC. It was really an eye-opening session to all the participants. Throughout the 5-day program, various aspects of outcome-based education were explored, discussed, and analyzed. Renowned educators and experts from all around the world shared their insights and experiences, providing valuable perspectives on the subject. Participants had opportunity to engage interactive discussions and collaborative activities, fostering an enriching learning environment. The program also incorporated best practices and practical examples, enabling educators to gain practical insights and apply them to their teaching practices. I am humbled by the chance of summarizing the key takeaways, notable sessions, and contribution made by the resource persons. It is a moment of great satisfaction to share the outcomes and impacts of this program with a wider audience. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am, for your elaborate report. Due to unavoidable circumstance, Dr. P.C. Nagasubramani, Registrar in charge, Tamil Nadu Teacher Education University, is unable to join the session. Now I would like to invite Ms. J. Vigneshwari, Assistant Professor, Faculty of Education, Dr. MGR Education and Research Institute, to introduce our chief guest.
Thank you, madam. Good afternoon, all. It is with a great pleasure that I am here today to introduce a remarkable leader who makes an indelible mark in her field and serves as an inspiration to all of us. We consider it a great honor to welcome Dr. S. Geeta Lakshmi, Vice Chancellor of Dr. MGR Education Research Institute, Chennai. Ma'am served as a former Vice Chancellor of Tamil Nadu Government, Dr. MGR Medical University, Director of Medicinal Education, Government of Tamil Nadu, Dean of Stanley Medical College, Madras Medical College, Hill Park Medical College, and Director and Professor of Clinical Microbiology. She has been recognized with numerous prestigious awards, some of them notable. Here, Dr. B.C. Roy National Award by Medical Council of India for her outstanding service in the field of social medical relief. Lifetime Achievement Award by MB Hospital for Diabetes and Professor MB Diabetes Research Center. Best Teacher Award by Tamil Nadu Medical Council. Award of Effective Management of Rescue Operations by the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. Lifetime Achievement Award by Indian Association of Medicinal Biology. And the UNESCO Chair in Bioethics Haifa Award for Distinguished Service in Bioethics Education, and the list goes on. Ma'am is a shining example of determination, hard work, and visionary leadership. We are immensely pleased to welcome you to deliver the valedictory address, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am, for your refreshing introduction. Now, I feel proud to invite our Vice Chancellor, Dr. S. Geeta Lakshmi, Dr. MGR Education and Research Institute, to deliver validity address. Ma'am,
Thank you.
kindly accept our virtual bouquet.
Thank you. Thank you so much for inviting me for the valedictory function. And really, it's a great pleasure in the Faculty of Education that with the team of Dr. Geeta, who's always untiring effort of making education as a part of her. It's a passion, in fact, and you all to have to learn from her the passion in teaching, the passion in bringing up or grooming a teacher for the future generation. So I thank her and her team for making this possible. And I also make her, think about that she also nurtures and new generation of teachers with who comes out with passion to give an education, a new a facelift for the future generations. That's what I want. And this credit goes to our MGR Educational and Research Institute under our leadership of our chairman, A.C. Shanmugam, and our president, ACS Arun Kumar, who have been really liberal and making the education as and a philanthropic attitude of them to give education to all and to the poor and the needy, so that to make a future India. And with this, I would say that this education, 5 days program, FDP program, is a very good program for your faculty. And of course, everything should be a talent based. That's what I want. Whatever you teach in an education system, it has to have its own talent, right? So we have to tap the talents of the teachers and how to educate. So this talents has to be, it has to flow down to even to the students, so that we have to see different kinds of students coming from different background, different IQ or EQ, whatever it is, and we have to accordingly maneuver the education, instill in education into these students. And as you know that in future, we see that the education is all digitalized. So we all have to think the digital way of educating them, and also emotional way of also educating them to have the feel of what is around them, to feel them what is around, going around them, alerting them, and also to think about their future. Because I have seen in many of the schools, like the students are when they don't study or something, or they make some mischief. See, I said that the background is different, right? And their emotional tolerance might be different. So you have to identify what is their IQ, EQ. Accordingly, you have to maneuver. And accordingly, the teaching schedule has to be made accordingly to them. And so that the outcome-based education, then only you have a flourishing color of outcome-based education. So you have to tap the talents in each student. That should be your main aim, and that would come as an outcome-based education. And you also have to teach them what would be the future. You have to give an elaborate picture of their future. And also, see, we think that a student doesn't know where to go and what to do. So you have to give them the picture, and it all should be a talent-based education. That's what I want to tell. Talent-based education and technology and digital-based education, whatever it is, and you have to prepare the students for the future. And also and unless the faculty is developed into that category, rather than going into the age-old education system of the B.Ed courses or faculty developed, it has to be really made more and more changes has to be made. And I think so this would be done by Geeta, thinking about it, and you can make the PhDs in your research scholars to go through it and see how it can be done for the future generations and the future of India. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, madam. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your inspirational speech. Dear participants, kindly share your feedback. Those who are willing to share your feedback, kindly raise your hand in the chat box.
Geeta, I'm leaving, okay? Thank you for your real vision and passion, Geeta. Really appreciate you for all
you,
your work, okay? And your team.
Because
Convey
of
my
my team,
regards.
as well as
Right, thank you.
Tamil Nadu Teacher Education University, they also supported, madam. Thanks a lot.
Okay, and the Teachers University.
Yes.
Of course, Teachers
It's a
University.
collaborative one, madam. Collaborative work.
Okay, yeah, I should thank them also, the Teachers University.
Thank you,
Right.
madam. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Is it audible?
Yeah, audible, sir.
Myself, Dr. S.V. Saravanan, Principal of Asian College of Engineering and Technology, Coimbatore.
Okay, sir. Kindly share.
Interestingly, I have attended all these 5 days online international FDP on OBE, that is outcome-based education. Really, this topic is the need of the hour because all the technical institutions are now going for either the NAC or NBA. In that perspective, this OBE is the need of the hour. So all the resource persons have presented the topic in a nice and understandable manner. It will be very much useful for our country to achieve this OBE in this 5-day session. I thank Dr. MGR University and as well as Tamil Nadu Teachers University for arranging such a nice OBE at free of cost. That has to be mentioned here because there is no registration fees has been collected from any of the participants. And I have been told that a lot of foreign faculties also have been attended through YouTube link, nearly about 1,000 and about 500 plus through this web Zoom link. So I thank one and all for the Dr. MGR University and Tamil Nadu Teachers University for arranging such a thought-provoking OBE for this 5 days international FDP. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your positive feedback.
Thank you, madam.
Anybody else would like to give feedback?
Rabia ma'am, please unmute your mic and you can give your feedback.
Hello, ma'am. Good evening.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. The day I joined this FDP program, the day one, as I'm working in Indian Community School, Kuwait, Khaitan. I'm in Kuwait, ma'am. But I was very much interested to join this faculty development program. And I got a very useful knowledge from this, an outstanding based, outcome-based education. Thank you for all the organizing committee, those who organized. And as mentioned above, one feedback that you are arranging this without any fees. It's a very advantage to all of us. Thank you so much for all organizing team of Tamil Nadu Education Committee.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Gratitude will shift you to a higher frequency and you will attract much better things. I would like to invite Dr. K. Geeta, Principal, Faculty of Education, Dr. MGR Educational and Research Institute, to deliver the vote of thanks.
A very warm good evening to one and all present here. I'm very humbled and honored to propose the vote of thanks. My gratitude to our chairman, Thiru A.C. Shanmugam, founder chancellor, and our honorable president, ACS Arun Kumar, Dr. MGR Educational Research Institute, Chennai, for providing this wonderful opportunity. Thanks cannot be explained, but can be felt deeply. On behalf of Tamil Nadu Teacher Education University and Dr. MGR Educational Research Institute, faculties and friends, I would like to thank for providing a wonderful opportunity to connect us virtually for the most needed topic, outcome-based education, 5-day international online faculty development program. So many of you have mentioned it is free of cost because of both the university, both the faculty members and the resource person support. We can able to do this. My special thanks to Dr. S. Geeta Lakshmi, Vice Chancellor of Dr. MGR Educational Research Institute for validity address, who is always guiding and encouraging in all our endeavor. Thanks a lot, Madam. I extend my sincere thanks to Dr. P. Nadeshan, VC subcommittee member and syndicate member, and Dr. P. Ganeshan, controller of examination in charge, Tamil Nadu Teacher Education University, Chennai, for spending their valuable time with us. And thank you, sir, for your valuable inaugural address, Dr. P. Ganeshan, sir. Thanks very much. Thanks to Dr. N. Panjanathan, former Vice Chancellor for Tamil Nadu Teacher Education University, for his inaugural address. I would like to thank Dr. C.B. Palanivelu, Registrar, Dr. MGR Educational Research Institute, Chennai, and Professor P.C. Nagasubramaniam, Registrar in charge, Tamil Nadu Teacher Education University, Chennai, for their continuous support to move every step forward. My special thanks to Dr. Nagasubramaniam. He was fully supporting us, but we have missed in all the 5 days. I know about the busy schedule of the work, whatever he's having. So full support of this FTP from his side. Even during all Sundays also, he used to speak to the resource persons. Sarah has arranged everything. So my gratitude and special thanks to Nagasubramaniam, sir. We would like to thank all the 5-day, both the session resource person, for spending their valuable time with wonderful presentation by sharing their informative, innovative ideas on outcome-based education. Once again, I thank all the resource person for taking forward this faculty development program, a grand success. I am running out of words to express my humble thanks to all the participants, national wide and international level, students, research scholars, executives and faculty members from various colleges and universities for making this event a grand success. This success is because of you all, dear participants, for your active participation throughout all the 5 days. Globally was a very big support for all of us. Finally, I mentioned my deep sense of gratitude to all the organizing secretaries. Dr. V. Sharmila Madam, she shouldered up all the responsibility of Nagasubramaniam sir and supported for this event. And Dr. Sendamil Pavai, joint secretaries of Tamil Nadu Teacher Education University, research scholars from and heads and executives of Tamil Nadu Teacher Education University and Dr. MGR Educational Research Institute for your tireless work for the past 1 month and supporting us to do this event smoothly. I am not able to mention everybody name list out. So thanks for all the teaching and non-teaching community from both the university who have supported to conduct this program effectively. Overall, this FTP was fruitful one with grand success. This is because of each and every one of you. Thanks to one and all. Thank you very much for all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your kind words. Dear participants, the feedback link is posted in the chat box. Kindly fill it without fail. Thank you everyone for your support and cooperation to make this event a grand success. Kindly rise for National Anthem.
Dear participants,
पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मङ्गलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Dear participants, kindly fill the feedback form to take your certificate. Kindly stay in your WhatsApp group for 1 week to get details about your certificate. Per day, only 100 certificates can be issued. So please stay back in your WhatsApp group. The link will be open only for 30 minutes. So participants, kindly fill the feedback link. Thank you.
Shamila madam, thanks a lot, madam.
Madam, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Thanks for your team. You convey my thanks to Naga sir. We have missed a lot.
Sure, madam.
today.
Sure, madam.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you.
Dear participants, since it is automated certificate, 100 certificates only produced per day. So kindly wait for 1 week of time.
Participants, I posted the certificate link in the chat box. You can avail it.
Dear participants, we are sharing certificate link to you in the chat box. Kindly fill the certificate